The addition to the workshop and greenhouse is underway and coming along nicely. I'm building most of the structure myself this time because Mom is staying busy with the garden. The produce is coming fast and furious, and she's got her hands full trying to keep up with it. Now, setting piers on a mountain slope with ledge just beneath the surface requires a different approach than on level ground. I poured the piers level with each other and then brought the grade up to match. 20 tons of crushed gravel ought to do it, and this little Coyote tractor is putting it right where I need it. All right, got that leveled out real nice now. Yeah, that come out good. It took some fill though, I can tell you that. I wanted the grade to come right out from here, nice and level. I didn't want to park the tractor like that, you know. I want level ground. So that's what I made. But it took some fill, because just in a 10-foot span, it's got about 30 inches of gravel on that end there. But that's okay. I got what I want. It's going to work out real good. And this stuff will set up real hard. It'll be a good firm base to park the tractor. Okay, and then there'll be a roof coming down from that ledger up there, coming down at a 15-degree angle to 3 posts and a header. Then the tractor will be parked under here, out of the weather. That'll be awesome. And the 15 degrees is the same pitch that the greenhouse has on the other side of this building. So it'll all blend together. It'll look good. Yep. So this is exactly what I wanted and needed. Now I'm going to get it done. It'll be awesome. But now that this is finished up, I'm going to start building. Yeah. Last year we built the workshop and the greenhouse and put the garden in. This year we're finishing the project with the chicken coop, the woodshed, and the lean-to park the tractor under. If you're thinking this is an ambitious project to tackle, you're right about that. But these are things I want to have. And like I said before, the difference between wanting and having is doing. So we're doing it and getting her done. Now a 12 by 16 structure with a 10-12 pitch offers good storage space above the ceiling. And I'm not filling it up with trusses. No, sir. I want to make good use of every inch of the structure I'm paying taxes on. So rafters it is. Now I'm setting these rafters to match the roof of the shop, 40 degrees. And I want the heel of the crow's foot to meet the corner of the top plate, just like that. This spacer block will provide the perfect size cavity for the ridgepole to sit in. Now looky here, my helper has arrived. Perfect timing too, because I need an extra set of hands to set the gable rafters in place. Okay, here comes the 17-foot ridgepole. Let's put her in place and get ready to hang those rafters. Okay, so the ridge is up and sitting pretty. Now I always pull layout from the same direction, so the rafters will sit over the wall studs and the wall studs will sit over the floor joist. This will keep you from running into things later on when you're drilling holes for wires and pipes to run through. And when it comes to setting rafters, well, a rafter that doesn't fit is like a shoe that doesn't fit, and it'll bother me all day long. So let's make them fit and have something to be proud of in the end. Now I prefer to cut the tails of the end rafters first, and then chalk a line between the two, and cut the others on the line. You're sure to have a nice straight fascia that way that's pleasing to the eye. Well, it's been a busy week, folks. Busy for us both. We've just been doing different things. I've been busy building, and Lori's been busy with the produce. And, you know, I call her over when I need a hand with certain things. But I got to tell you, pretty tired. Now, I'd have a lot more done, and if I didn't have to take a whole day off of the project to edit video. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully, I'll get this video out today, but now we have to go to town to upload it. But hey, we do what we can, you know. So I'll show you the project, give you a closer look at what we got going on. Yeah. Alrighty. So you saw the roof rafters go up. The fascia's nice and straight. The overhang's real sturdy. Everything's real good there. And I've got to frame a nice doorway there. And I'm going to use that attic to store finished lumber. Keep it nice and dry. That way, anytime I want to build a cabinet or anything, I've got nice dry lumber to work with. Yeah, no wasted space up there. Now I got these monster pines here, but these are coming down. Coming down, I'll be taking these down real soon. This one's not a problem. It's got all the weight on that side, and it's got a little bit of lean, so not a problem. Be dropping it down through there. This one is another story because all the weight is on that side of the tree, and it's actually got lean in this direction. Now, it would have been good to take the tree down earlier, but, you know, I didn't have the time to round up people to give me a hand with it, because I want to have a few cables on this tree, you know, just as cheap insurance. But I'm not too concerned with it. We will get it down, and I'm pretty confident we'll be taking it down without any problems. Let's go up here. Now look at the storage space up here, man. There is a lot of storage space, okay? And to fill this up with all trusses would be foolish. I just don't see the sense in wasting all this space by using trusses. All right, now these solar panels, like I showed you before, this was just a very temporary setup. Those solar panels are going on this corner of the roof. Then I'll be adding more solar to it. And this is not going to be a problem at all to clean it off. I'll be able to do it with a roof rake. Not a problem at all. All right, so I'll give you a little bit closer look of what we're doing. All right. First off, this grade here is going to come up. I double stacked railroad ties there. Then I drop down to a single stack here because the slope of the ground goes down like this. That's going to get skirted, and so is this. And this is going to be ramped up with gravel. And then this drainage ditch here is going to be dug deeper, and it's going to divert the water out that way. Because this is going to ramp up right to the top of that railroad tie. Yeah, like that. And the water will go right out that way. You know, living on a slope offers some challenges. There's things I've got to do to divert the water here. Because I'm looking across the yard, and in 100 feet, the elevation rises about 7 feet from where I'm standing, okay? So the water comes down here, and I didn't want it pooling up in the woodshed or the chicken house, so I got to make plans for that, and that's what I'm doing. All right, so this side here, this is woodshed. Wood for the greenhouse and the workshop. Alrighty, now if I find later on that I need to put a little bit more ventilation in here, then it's not going to be a problem. I don't believe that I'm going to need to put any more ventilation, but if I do, not going to be an issue. I'll just go on the outside of the wall, I'll cut a section of the sheathing away, I'll build a nice louvered vent, pop it into place. That's going to be something I can do if need be, but I really don't think I'm going to have to. When I first planned this, I was going to have the door to this covered chicken pen right here. But because I've got to slope this up, ramp it up to divert the water, and I double stacked these railroad ties, I decided that that wouldn't make a very good door. It's going to be a short door. So I aborted that idea, and this is just going to get a 6 foot by 6 foot piece of chicken wire, and we'll enter the pen from the woodshed. Okay, so this area here is going to stay with a gravel floor, and then right there is going to be a wall into the coop. That's going to get skirted, and all of this gravel is going to get leveled out. The door of the coop will be right here. So then you can step up into the coop. This is all going to be coop. There'll probably be chicken nesting boxes, probably either on that wall or that wall. And then there'll be a door going out here, and starting from this wall, going out will be a big pen for the birds. So again, the wall of the coop is going to be right here. And if you saw my previous video, I talked about how this was in my original plan. Instead of going straight through the roof of the shop, I came out the wall because I want a little bit of heat coming into the coop. This is going to get framed. There's going to be metal screen, so no hay or wood shavings or anything can get to the pipe. But this pipe never gets really hot. And I don't heat the shop 24 hours a day. But I want to be able to keep the coop above freezing. So when the temperature drops way down, I want to be able to keep it above freezing. Now I know what you're thinking. You're going to tell me that the chickens don't need the heat and all of that. I understand that, and we've had birds before. But by keeping the coop above freezing, it's to my advantage as well. Okay, for one thing, it does keep the chickens happier. The happier they are, the more that they lay through the winter. But it makes me a lot happier when I come in and I don't have to deal with their frozen water. All right, so just having a little bit of heat come into the coop, keep it above freezing, it's going to make my life easier in the wintertime. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so back out here on this gable, from this corner post, coming out with fence, all the way out to be lined up with that corner. So coming out from that corner post to right about here will be another corner post, and then there'll be a few more posts running in line with the back wall of the coop. Once these pines are down and the stump is pulled, this is going to have 6 foot tall chicken fence, so the birds can mess around out here all day. Not necessarily free ranging, because we can't do that out here with all the predators. We have enough issues with bears coming in the yard and other things trying to prey on the garden. I don't want to lose birds to predators. So, but I still want to have them outside pecking around the ground. We like to see them do that anyway. So this will give me the best of both worlds. I can throw in handfuls of hay, grass clippings, stuff like that, and let them poke around through it. Then later on, pick up all of that compost that's laden with the chicken manure, throw it into the compost pile. Yeah, so I think this is going to work out really good for us. Yep, so everything is working out according to plan. I really like the way it looks. That's following that roof pitch just nicely. This is going to be a driveway going to the greenhouse. Solar panels are going to be up there, and that spot gets sun all day long, It actually gets sun earlier than these do down here. And this is all wood for the workshop in the greenhouse. That's chicken wire, and the birds are in there. They have a roost in front of that there so they can sunbathe. Step into here, into the pen, alrighty, and then go into the coop here, and then I can open this door and let the birds into their pen. And then on this side over here, we got the 3 posts on those piers, and then this roof coming down, following those rafters all the way down. Yeah. So that's where we're at with the project at this stage of the game. Now I'm going to go back in the house, finish editing this video, make a thumbnail, and then head to town so I can upload it so you can have it later today. And then tomorrow, I'm getting back to work on the project here. Got to get some metal roofing and a whole bunch of other stuff and get right back at it. Yep. So I'll have another update on the Coop de Ville here sometime soon. But that's it for now. All the best and God bless.
I'm putting down bubble foil. You ever hear of it?
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go. There's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss.